Welcome to Mark After Dark, the after-work escape brought to you by Easy Vibes. This is your space to slow down, sip something smooth, and dive into the elegant bohemian side of music. From vinyl grooves to late-night jams, we explore the sounds that wind us down and lift us up, all after the hustle. So kick off your shoes, pour yourself a glass, and let the night begin. Welcome to the very first episode of Mark After Dark, a brand new podcast brought to you by the Easy Vibes crew. I'm Mark, and if you've been hanging out with us over on the Easy Vibes podcast, you might remember that jazz episode we dropped not long ago. The response? Way beyond what we expected. So the team got together and thought, why not create a space where we can keep those deep musical dives going, but with a little more edge, a little more depth, and a late-night vibe? That's where Mark After Dark was born. This show is all about storytelling, the roots, the rhythms, the real stuff behind the music. And for our first episode, we're diving into a sound that's as rebellious as it is spiritual. A sound born on a small island with a massive voice, reggae. From the dusty corners of Kingston to global stages, reggae has moved hearts, sparked revolutions, and healed generations. Tonight, we go deep into its history, the people, the struggle, the sound. Let's get into it. To understand reggae, you have to start with Jamaica. Not just the place, but the experience, the poverty, the resistance, the faith, the heat. All of it plays a part in the sound. Reggae didn't just appear out of nowhere. It came from a musical evolution. Back in the 1950s, Jamaica was hooked on American R&B. Local sound systems, basically huge mobile DJ parties, blasted artists like Fats Domino and Ray Charles. These parties were where music became community. But Jamaicans weren't just consuming, they were creating. Musicians started mimicking the R&B sound, giving birth to ska, fast-paced, upbeat, with horns and bouncing guitar rhythms. Think of it as pre-reggae. It was the sound of a newly independent Jamaica in the early 60s, full of optimism. Then came Rocksteady, a slower, more soulful version of ska. It stripped things down, focused on the groove, and gave space for harmony and bass. You could feel the shift. The music was becoming deeper, more reflective. And then, in the late 60s, reggae emerged. It wasn't just slower, it had a different attitude. The emphasis shifted to the offbeat, the bass line became central, and the lyrics started to carry messages about poverty, politics, love, and faith. The early pioneers, people like Toots and the Maytals, the Wailers, and Desmond Decker, weren't just making hits. They were defining a new sound, one that spoke to the Jamaican identity, one that would eventually speak to the world. As we step into a short break, let's keep the mood light and easy. Up next is a smooth blend of rhythm and sunshine. This is Jamaican Vibes, a ska tune with a laid-back charm that gently lifts the spirit. Let it sway with you, and I'll be back shortly.
Wake up in the morning with the sun on my face. Sweet reggae playing, set the perfect pace. Coffee on the burner, breeze in the trees. Feeling irie, moving with ease. Steel drums playing down by the shore. Feet in the sand, can't ask for more. Life's a rhythm, we all ride the tide. Sway with the beat, let the good vibes glide. Jamaican vibes, skanking all night. Dancing in the moonlight, everything's can't be beat. Jamaican vibes, let the good times roll. Sky in my veins and fire in my soul. From the grill cliffs to Ocho Rio skies, we're living it up with Jamaican vibes. Skank on, yeah, the island survives. Forever we ride those Jamaican vibes. Wave your flag and move your feet. Jamaica's heartbeat can't be beat. Oh, Jamaica's heartbeat can't be beat. Jamaica's heartbeat can't be beat. Jamaica's heartbeat can't be beat.
You can't talk about reggae without talking about Rastafari. More than a religion, it's a worldview, a lifestyle, a spiritual resistance to colonialism, oppression, and Western values. It gave reggae its soul. Rastafari brought forward powerful ideas: unity, repatriation to Africa, the divinity of Haile Selassie, and living in harmony with nature. And reggae became its voice: dreadlocks, Ital food, ganja for meditation, and the powerful image of the Lion of Judah. Then came Bob Marley, not the inventor of reggae, but undeniably its most powerful voice and eternal symbol. Marley was more than a musician. He was a messenger, a prophet, a bridge between cultures. With his band, the Wailers, featuring the equally legendary Peter Tosh and Bunny Wailer, he transformed reggae from a local Jamaican sound into a global force for unity, resistance, and love. What set Marley apart wasn't just his voice, though that smoky, soulful tone is instantly recognizable. It was his vision. He wrote songs that spoke to the oppressed, the forgotten, and the hopeful. Tracks like Redemption Song, No Woman, No Cry, and Get Up, Stand Up didn't just entertain, they empowered. He made the world listen to Jamaica, not just through melody, but through message. Bob Marley became the heartbeat of reggae, a man who lived and breathed his truth. And in doing so, he didn't just carry reggae across borders, he etched it into the global consciousness. His music still echoes today, as relevant, urgent, and inspiring as ever. As we take a moment to pause, I invite you to breathe deep and feel the rhythm of the soul. Up next is Rastafari Lives, a reggae track that flows with warmth, wisdom, and quiet strength. Let it carry you gently through this break, and I'll be back with you soon.
In the hills where the rivers flow, wisdom grow like the seeds we sow. Lion of Judah, guide thy way. Jah light shine bright every day. Rastafari lives in the hearts of the free. Fire burn Babylon, truth set we free. Crown of dread, we walk with pride. Jah love, always by our side. Red, gold, old and green fly in the breeze.
and culture, put I mind at ease. Ancient teachings, prophets speak. In Zion I strength, I never feel weak. Rastafari lives in the chants and the drum, in the herbs and the heights where the healing comes. From Shashamine to the city street, Rasta rise, we never face defeat. Haile Selassie, King of Kings, bless thy soul with higher things. No more chains, no more lies. I and I see with open eyes. Rastafari lives in the rhythm and flame. We chant down evil, call your name. One love, one aim, one destiny. Rastafari live eternally. Jah, Rastafari, ever living, ever faithful, ever sure. Ever living, ever faithful, ever sure.
As reggae took over the airwaves in the 70s, another subgenre quietly started shaking things up. Dub. Dub was experimental, stripped down, and full of reverb and echo. Pioneered by producers like King Tubby and Lee Scratch Perry, dub turned the mixing board into an instrument. They'd take a reggae track, remove the vocals, add delay and effects, and create this trippy, atmospheric vibe that felt like sound floating in space. It wasn't just music, it was a soundscape. Dub laid the groundwork for remix culture as we know it. Without dub, there's no hip-hop production, no EDM, no remixing your favorite pop songs on TikTok. Then came dancehall in the late 70s and 80s. It was faster, rawer, and way more aggressive. DJs or toasters would chat or rap over rhythms. Think early hip-hop vibes. It was streetwise, unapologetic, and full of energy. Artists like Yellowman, Shabba Ranks, and later Buju Banton brought dancehall to the front, pushing boundaries with lyrics and sound systems that made walls shake. And while some criticized dancehall's explicit content, its influence was undeniable. It connected reggae to urban youth and created the blueprint for so many global styles, from reggaeton to grime. So reggae wasn't stuck in time. It evolved, it got political, it got spiritual, then it got experimental, then it got louder, and every time it brought something new to the table. As we take a short break, let the soundscape shift and the echoes rise. This next piece is called Echoes of Zion, a deep dub journey filled with space, soul, and rhythm that lingers. Let the bass guide you, and I'll meet you again after the break. Today, reggae's everywhere. It's in the DNA of so much modern music: hip-hop, pop, electronic, Afrobeat. You hear a reggae bass line and you know it. You feel it in your chest. The legacy of reggae is about more than sound. It's about message, about music being used for justice, for unity, for truth. That's a gift reggae gave the world. Globally, reggae has taken root in places you might not expect. New Zealand, with bands like Fat Freddy's Drop. Germany, Brazil, Japan, each with its own reggae scene, each adding something unique. In Argentina, bands like Los Cafres and Non Palideche bring soulful, conscious reggae in Spanish. Alerta Camarada in Colombia uses reggae for peace and resistance, while Gondwana in Chile fuses roots with Andean rhythms. In Mexico, groups like Anti-Doping and Rastrillos mix reggae with ska and Latin beats. And in Brazil, reggae thrives in São Luís, the so-called Brazilian Jamaica. Meanwhile, Japan's scene features artists like Mighty Crown and Pushim, blending deep respect for roots reggae with their own style and sound system culture. In the US, artists like Chronix, Protoje, and Coffee are leading a reggae revival, staying true to roots but bringing in modern flavor. Coffee, in particular, represents a new kind of voice: young, female, conscious, and global. There's also a deeper focus now on the message again, on culture, identity, and social issues. Reggae is finding new life through streaming, collabs, and a new generation of producers and lyricists who want more than just a hit. They want to connect, and that's the magic of reggae. It refuses to fade, it adapts, it keeps speaking, even when the world gets noisy. Because in the end, reggae is about truth. It's about rhythm that carries revolution, resilience, and love. It's the heartbeat of an island echoing through the world. And that's a wrap on the first ever episode of Mark After Dark. If you stuck with me all the way, I hope you're walking away with a deeper appreciation for reggae, not just as a sound, but as a story. A huge thanks to the Easy Vibes fam for helping launch this show. If you liked this, tell a friend, drop a comment, and make sure you're following for more. Next time, we'll explore another genre, another journey, another late night vibe. I'm Mark. Stay conscious, stay curious, and keep it steady after dark.